00 Old Meadowbrook Circle. They did roll down, storm shutters, beige mesh, completely around the house. Looks very nice. And we have Ron Worth, who was coordinating a gutter job across the street, which you approved. And it looked so nice that he thought he'd do his own and do it while they were working. So that job you haven't seen yet, but it did gutters all around the house, and we have a request for that. Oh, excuse me. Let me swap it here. 23460 Old Meadowbrook Circle. And we have a request. I sent around something to you, and my compatriot in crime, Ron Worth, has convinced me that I didn't make the right judgment on this one. My next door neighbor at 23354 Old Meadowbrook Circle requested to place a 10-yard dumpster in her driveway to clean out the attic because the house is now up for sale. And I thought, well, we probably don't need a deposit for that, but Ron thought that it would be best because the truck that delivers it can be heavy enough that we could cause some damage to the sidewalk part of the driveway. So I'm recommending tentative approval on this. I will contact the homeowner and get the $1,000 deposit just in case there's some damage.
Now, this is the one next to Bill?
In between Bill and
I
I.
mean, it's
Yeah.
got a for sale sign.
That's the one, yes. And that's, I've got things that, that's the end of the report. Unless you want to know about things that are, I'll tell you what, why don't we do that? We had some approved requests that were completed since the last meeting. The house across from Ron Worth had the gutters installed, as I said. I think that's the only one of those. And we have a job that is still in progress that was approved, and that's the Welkies at 23448 Red Root Court, having pavers put on their pool area and also in the front driveway and walk, and it's almost completed.
Hope so. Really looks nice.
Well, sometimes it takes a lot of noise to make things look nice. Okay, that's all I've got.
I make a motion we approve his report with the addition of the deposit on that dumpster.
Yep, I see that that's scheduled to be delivered on the 26th, which is
Pretty sound good. Yeah, I'll get a hold of her tomorrow.
I'll second the motion Gal made.
All in favor?
Aye.
Report accepted. Sound like, what's his name, it used to be on the Little Rascals, with my voice the way it is, Froggy. Okay, now the finance, no, we did that. Okay, committee reports, I guess we're done with the committee reports. So we can go into old business. We have on the books fines that have been there for a long time, and I know, Sarah, you have sent out letters in the past concerning these fines. Well, my thought was that if we could offer to these people who have had these fines on the books one last effort to have them take care of this in-house rather than to have to go to anything legally. Now, if they wish to have a meeting with the Covenants Committee, the Covenants Committee can go through their fine and whatever they recommend. And if that can be done, I would prefer that. But if not, then we will have to do what we have to do legally, which we really don't want to do. So can we send out a letter, or one last letter, to say that the board is extending the courtesy of them going to the covenants committee and perhaps taking care of this in-house before we have to do something that we really don't want to do?
Yes, go do that.
Okay, well, somebody can make that motion?
Okay, I'll make that motion. These are basically the people that owe over $1,000, and it's mostly fines, right? And I make a motion that we send out a letter and say,
We're giving them the opportunity to.
because the new law says we can now lien against them, we probably should put that in the letter also, that we would give them one last chance.
Right. I mean, I really don't want to have to do that, but we're offering them the opportunity, and if they'll have either get back to us and tell us that they wish to comply, or they don't. So it'll be up to them.
Okay, I make a motion, we send that letter out.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. Let's see what else is on here. Let's go to, well, I guess we could go to new business. We have the property at 23345 Old Meadowbrook Circle. The tenant's lease has expired in 2009, and it was approved by Gulf Rees. It was never requested to renew, and I assume that those tenants are still probably occupying the unit, and we do have a name but there's been no payment made by the owner, so this is ready for collection. We should send a rent demand letter to this home at the same time. The owner owes, I believe it's over $800 and has not paid his assessments. So we can send a rent demand letter to the home, and we will collect the rent and the attorney fees.
Can we go right to that renter, or how does this, is there a process we have to go through?
It goes right to the renter. A notice is served, is process served to the tenants, and a letter is sent certified to the owner advising them of what we're sending the tenant. But it's a direct letter to the tenant telling them that rent has to come to the association now by law.
And you handle this
Yeah.
frequently?
Yes.
Well, we have one
Since
other.
July, when it became
No,
law.
but I mean, your management company has handled these for other associations.
Typically, we've had the attorneys do it, but we can send a letter.
Did we not have with the Jeans property, wasn't
The
it
attorney
the,
sent it.
okay, well, would we prefer to have the attorney do it? We prefer to have the attorney can do it, I mean, they're gonna
Yeah,
pay
they
the
have it actually
attorney's fee
certified.
anyway.
It's certified, though.
Oh, and they gotta pay the attorney's fees.
They have to pay the attorney
6
fees.
one, half dozen the other.
I guess we should go through the attorney then. Diane's done such good work for us.
Well, if they would respond to you, not ignore it, they'd at least save the attorney fees. But if they're gonna ignore it, then we have no choice.
Most of the time, we've sent, or attorneys that we've worked with have sent a lot of these letters out, and 9 times out of 10, the tenants leave. We have collected a payment here and there from tenants that have agreed because they just needed some time to find somewhere else to live, but typically when we send the letter, they go, I don't want to have anything to do with this collection pursuit if the home's already in foreclosure, whatever's happening, and they leave. But that's still good for the association because the owner's not collecting money and not paying
Yeah,
us.
and these properties aren't always under foreclosure.
Correct.
They can
You're
just be
correct.
tenants that, I mean, they've leased out without a proper lease and without paying their association fees, right?
You're right.
And according to the law, the homeowner cannot evict those tenants either. That was just on the news the other night. They can't evict the tenants because the tenants are paying the association.
No, they cannot evict the tenants because
So-
they're paying us the rent.
I don't imagine anybody cares where they send